Hey everybody, and welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Batman Night Out hardcover. Hey everybody, and welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent Cosina, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Batman Night Out hardcover. This is an overview. This came out a few weeks ago in comic shops, and it collects Detective Comics 703 to 718, which means it takes place just before Cataclysm, because in this older Cataclysm trade anyway, it has Detective Comics 719. So this ends just before Cataclysm, if you're wondering where this takes place in the Batman mythos. So, what is Batman Night Out, and why did I order it? Well, I kind of ordered it out of the mystery, I guess. Never heard of this storyline. Is it a storyline? I don't really think it is. I've been kind of investigating it. There's not a lot of videos online, or I could not find an overview, so I figured, hell, why not? I will buy it and do one myself for people like me that want to know what's in here and, what the hardcover is. I was like, why is it a hardcover? That I do not know still. But what it is it's basically 16 issues, more than a year's worth of detective stories from Detective Comics by Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan. That right there, my friends, is a seal of quality to me, having grown up reading Chuck Dixon doing Batman on the Nightfall saga, on Cataclysm and Contagion. He was writing Robin as well. Like, he's a very, very prolific Batman writer. And he was on the title, between Batman and Detective Comics for, maybe a decade. Who knows? What he's done now, I'm not sure. I think he kind of fell out of favor with the more liberal-minded comics crowd. He might be a little more conservative for people's taste, but let that say nothing about the quality of his Batman work, because I really enjoy it. So let's take a look at this. So I don't really know why it's a hardcover. There's a mark up here. I think that's from my fingers. Was doing some housework around here. This is the spine. There's the back of the dust jacket. And it seems like, when I was paging through this a little bit earlier, I didn't do too much. Seems like it is a bevy of inkers on top of Graham Nolan. So you get to see Graham Nolan doing a whole bunch of different styles. Now, I'm currently still reading the Night Quest series, and Graham Nolan, even when I was reading the Nightfall books, Graham Nolan is, I think, one of the better Batman artists of his era. So to see Graham Nolan artwork is a sign of quality to me. So this is the actual hardcover. I really like this. I don't know why they didn't just ship it like this. Unfortunately, nothing on the back, but I mean, it is kind of a really striking image of Batman lighting a match, which kind of goes along with the theme of it's a night out. Maybe he's out of light. Who knows? So let's flip through this. There's where that cover comes from. This is the Final Night crossover, which I've never read. I don't think they're collected. But anyway, it was a crossover where the sun went out in the DC universe. Like, just, went dead. And eventually ended up with Parallax, Hal Jordan, going and reigniting the sun. And that was kind of his final act before he became the Spectre. So let's go back to the first page. More artwork here. Batman holding a gun. What's going on there? They got Jim Aparo in here. Apparently, here's a bunch of inkers, famous inkers. If you know your inkers, Bob McLeod, Bill Sienkiewicz, Scott Hanna, Tom Palmer, David Roach, Cam Smith, Eduardo Barreto, who went on to be, I think, an artist himself. He did not just remain an inker. And Stan Walk, I think, is how that is pronounced. Collection cover artists Graham Nolan, Tom Palmer, and Patrick Martin. So here's the inside page. I got my headlamp above on, so got the Riddler up here, and table of contents. This is all the stories. This is really nice. You know, it's all from one series, so they didn't have to do this because I think they probably maintain the title pages inside the book, like right here. It says who the artist and inker is right there. But it's kind of neat that it's so nicely put here. Here's the other page here before we get to the covers. And it's the full cover. It's not just the cover image. This has got the full treatment, you know, 703, what the price was, when it was put out. Got the crossover banner, you know. I think I don't know if it's like a cheaper way to do it. Like maybe they just took this off the digital image and, you know, from Comixology and stuck it on there. But I kind of like it because it makes it feel more like you're reading the actual book, like you're reading the actual comic, you know? Makes it feel more like maybe I bound this myself because I love these stories so much. One thing that did draw my attention to when I was reading the blurb of it on Amazon, and it said it has the return of Gunhawk. Now, Gunhawk, there's Robin and Huntress here, is a character that was introduced during the Night Quest storyline, and he's one of my favorite characters. He's just this gun-toting, right-wing assassin, and he loves bullets, babes, and guns, and, you know, so when it said Return of Gunhawk, I was like, oh, I'm getting this, because he's one of the more fun villains, I thought, of that whole Night Quest storyline. So this is a pretty thick hardcover, you know, and to have it, like, I don't know whose contract, well, I don't know what this one of one is. That's weird. But, you know, I don't know whose contract has in there that you're going to collect my stuff in hardcover, even the random non-crossover issues, you know, beats me. We got Riddler and Clue Master here in Batman 705. More Graham Nolan artwork, different inker. So if you didn't know, Clue Master is Spoiler's father. To be continued, I guess, in this issue. I wonder if Spoiler shows up in here. She is Tim Drake's girlfriend most of the time. And she was Batgirl for a little bit. Her name is Stephanie Brown. Oh, there's a weird thing. Look. Where did his eyebrows go, inker? Whoops. It's fun. Sometimes you're meeting a deadline and things fall through the cracks, man. Although why the colorist didn't fix that, I don't know. I think the colorist sometimes is also to blame. More Riddler. Okay, so this is a little story arc here with the Riddler and Clue Master and Batman. That's cool. Ah, there he is. There's Gunhawk. Let's look at this cover. Boom, there's Gunhawk right there. Love it. I think that's neat. Here's somebody down here. Is that Deathstroke? With a weird, with a blue face mask? Looks like Bill Sienkiewicz on inks with that scratchy style. Could be wrong. Or Gunhawk. I dig it. I dig it. That's what I'm here for. And his girlfriend's name was Bunny. I remember that. This must be the Gunhawk storyline. Batman holding a gun. Sienkiewicz looking like he's still on inks. Yup. There's Night Out. And there's the cover to the dust jacket from Batman 711. So this is a regular size hardcover. It's not oversized. So here's like a trade paperback for comparison. It's the same size paper. Same size page. You know, the paper here, you can tell, is a little... is a nice thick matte paper. I would say it's pretty consistent with what I was reading earlier with the Night Quest trades. So very, very good paper. Doesn't feel like it's going to rip apart or anything like that as you're turning the page. I know a lot of the omnibus people do this. Looks like glued binding. Yep. But, I mean, 16 issues, I don't think you're going to run into much trouble. Plus, I don't remember... I mean, we're just flipping through here, random pages. But I haven't seen any double-page spreads here, so you might be okay without it, with the glued binding. And, you know, gutter loss looks like it's okay. I haven't seen, just Graham Nolan here. Where is the old guy? So, Fireball, Firebug. Jim Aparo, here we go. So, I do remember these. There was 1 month where DC Comics did their entire line of covers, was just like a close-up of someone's face. So, there's a Robin cover out there like this. There's an Azrael cover out there like this, where it's just, you know, close-up of their face, the entire line. And they went to all the, they changed the, you know, title treatment for these. They went into like this simpler typeface. I remember having that Robin issue during that same month. It was like Robin going up against a Middle Eastern dictator. There's Jim Aparo. Who's inking him? Stan Walk. Okay. That's Aparo for you. Very consistent. Classic Batman artist. And then back to Nolan. 717. Savage Metal. Metal. So yeah, just a collection of stories here. Could be fun, could be silly. I'm here for Gunhawk. The Riddler and Cluemaster, this looks like a two-parter. Riddler and Cluemaster story looks like it's at least 3 to 4 issues. So that could be cool. And you got the Batmobile in here. Yeah, man. Could be fun. I'm looking forward to reading this, you know. It doesn't feel like you have to read this in order. You know, you don't have to read it and then read Cataclysm right after. You don't have to read it right after Legacy. Just you can read it at any point in time. Just know it's Tim Drake as Robin and Batman, and we're in the 90s. And you got awesome artists, Graham Nolan doing most of the work, and a bunch of awesome inkers. So, it looks cool. I mean, we flipped through it. We didn't see Joker or Penguin, did we? Didn't see Bane, didn't see Ra's al Ghul, so this is just a cover. It's not who's in the book. Looked like a bunch of newer villains, though, which is cool. So, yeah. Chuck Dixon, Graham Nolan, Batman Night Out. There is your hardcover overview. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've read it. And, you know, if it's really good, I'll probably do a review on it. Look for that a couple months down the line because I have a bevy of other stuff I'm trying to read and review for the show here on BK's Bullets. So, thank you guys for watching. And as always, we will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.